Hey everybody, Hostron here with another first edition Friday video. My last video I hope that you watched. I went over the cards that have been released as part of the competitive championship season, the new cards that came out that were playable immediately, that were based upon the events in the Deep Space Nine episode Past Tense. They were the non-aligned versions of Sisko, Jadzia, Bashir, along with the dual O'Brien and Kira. What I have for you today is I put some time into trying to figure out, is there a deck that I can even play them in that would be interesting at all? So I did come up with something, not to reinvent the wheel, because of course I only have so much time in my day. What I decided was I came up with a thought. I went and searched another deck that someone had already put together that was in the neighborhood of what I was thinking, and then I just taken it and I just made adjustments to it. So what I found was a deck that Patty put together called Raider Redux. Basically, the idea of the deck is to play Bajoran Raiders at Chamber of Ministers and get a card draw off it with HQ Shipyards. Because Bajoran Raider is your card play and the report for free. The report with crew. He then draws a card off of the HQ Shipyards by playing the card as his card play, as long as there's no Nor there. So you play the Bajoran Raider as your card play. It then reports with crew, and you get the card draw. So I kind of took this idea, this kind of very basic idea, and what I've done is I've taken out all the AU stuff. I took out the Blade of Takan. I changed away from Verify Legendary Journey to something in the Gamma Quadrant, thus protecting it and not needing to go with HQ defensive measures. And then gives us the first stable wormhole, so we get the wormholes, and then we can get access to the Celestial Temple for a card draw. The other thing Patty was doing is he was just trying to get card draws with new arrivals and the shipyards itself and the Bajoran resistance cell, because we're doing the wormhole and stuff like that, and with of course when he built the deck, Study Divergent History and the Hollow Program Cafe were in a temporary ban period. Since we have those back again, I've brought them into this version. So instead of going with his use of new arrivals and stuff, we are going to bring back the Study Divergent History, which can seed on our guest quarters in the Alpha Quadrant on DS9, and the Hollow Program seeds on our Hollow Suite next to Quark's Bar. So our card draw is to also keep the headquarters shipyards, but then to also get the Hollow Program and the Study Divergent History, and still also have the Bajoran Resistance Cell, and then we also have the Celestial Temple. So we did also keep the primary turbo lift, which Patty had. We kept that, so that's another incidental card draw. And then, as I said, we switched away from the Verify Legendary Journey, and we are going with Chart Stellar Cluster. And of course, our primary method to try to win is more or less the same as Patty's was, and that's to basically just kind of do 3 missions. It's just kind of the reality of this deck, is it's just not really a way to 2-mission win. However, if a person did want a 2-mission win, since we are doing the Gamma Quadrant, you could try to put a copy of the off-cell vase into the deck. Instead of going with Blade of Takan, you could go down to 11, so you go down to 17 dilemmas, and then just simply put Blade of Takan, or sorry, not Blade of Takan, sorry, the off Zelvason, and then you would seed it at whatever planet mission you thought you were going to do. If you're going to do alter records, or if you're going to do relocate settlers, and then you would gain 15 points from that. So you would be at 70 points plus 15 is 85, and then you try to score 15 points off of Dabo, and so forth. So, but realistically, this is kind of a 3-mission win deck. This deck is not meant to be like a highly competitive deck, so I wouldn't take this to a big tournament and expect to do well, because it's not going to be able to keep up with these turn 5 decks that are 2-mission winning right now. So this is more of a play it with your friends, play in a local tournament, play it if you want to play for Bajoran player achievements, that sort of thing. Because the deck is just Bajorans with a few some non-alliance support. So that brings us to, again, we are playing with the Sanctuary Jadzia, the Sanctuary Julian Bashir. We have Sanctuary Gabriel Bell. And then instead of playing with either an O'Brien or a good Kira, I am attempting to play with O'Brien and Kira. And of course, since we have the Celestial Temple at the mouth of the wormhole, we're able to bounce them back and forth with the Celestial Temple's own game text. That counts as time travel, and so that'll trigger all of their abilities, so you'll always get their full value as long as you have them do that at the Bajoran wormhole and then go off and do their mission attempt. So, I'll give you a chance to pause here if you want to read the text on Celestial Temple, and then that should clarify how you do the time travel. So basically how the deck operates then is you're just trying to play out some resistance personnel. Patty wasn't going for free plays because he was just getting like 1 free play since he had the new arrivals, but we are going with multiple free plays. Not that the multiple free plays are all that big of a deal. It's not really the point. It's not really the point of the deck. They're just there to make sure that it smooths the deck out. So if you don't get or have a Bajoran Raider in hand, you have the opportunity to still play out your personnel for free in a lot of situations. So anyway, I've laid out the deck. I've done a kind of a fake mission seeding phase here. We assume that our opponent has, 4 missions here, and a mission here, and a mission here. And then we have our missions. And then we have everything. We have our sites here. And of course we have our mission in the Gamma Quadrant. So we'll go ahead and shuffle up. The deck has 18 dilemmas, but it's not really important. Sorry, no, that's not right. That's something else. So I apologize. What I've done is I've not put any dilemmas with this deck. You can do whatever you want as long as they're not AU dilemmas. What I have done is I have created a testing dilemma pile. So what I've done is I've taken the 18 best planet dilemmas, the 18 best space dilemmas, and 45 of the best dual dilemmas, and put them into just a deck, and we will use that to test against. There's kind of like a protocol and rules I've thought up in my head. I don't really want to go into it now, but once we start going into it, you'll see it. And that's if we even get to that point. But yeah, we'll shuffle up and we'll draw. Alright, so Lackey, they have not updated it with these new cards yet. So what you're going to see is that like there's a universal, there's like the wrong Kira. This correlates to Kira and O'Brien. Joran correlates to the Gabriel Bell. So just for testing purposes. So this opening hand is basically garbage. We don't have a Bajoran Raider, and we even have like our assigned support personnel. He's in our opening hand. So not exactly what we want. However, we can kind of smooth this out a little bit though. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to, we will go ahead and we will play Shakar Eden for free with Bajoran Resistance. We will play, we'll play Morn to Corks Bar. And then we are going to defend Homeworld. And I don't think that we have any other security resistance personnel, unfortunately. Oh, yes, we do. We have Tabor. And he can come into play for free with, he can come in with the Bajoran Resistance cell. Alright. That's our download, so then Morn is here, but we're going to go ahead and first we will have the Bajoran Resistance cell download us a espionage card. So then we get 2 draws. And we found a ship. And then Morn is here. So Morn is going to draw us an extra card at the end of turn. So we draw 2 to end the turn. And then the opponent has their turn. And then we have our turn. And what we have then is we can do Borum for free. Yep, Borum for free as a resistance personnel. We will play the Bajoran Raider, and we're going to play Barile and Rudolph Ransom on board. The reporting with crew overrides all quadrant restrictions, and to report with crew, you just simply need to have staffing. So basically, since it has no icons, you just need to have a Bajoran. So Barile's our Bajoran, and then Rudolph Ransom will just kind of come along as a 6-skilled super boss. And then we play that as our card play, so then the Shipyards gives us a draw. And then we will assign support personnel, and we will put Jalota Mar directly into play. I think he has to go into play at the Chamber of Ministers. So we're going to have the Bajoran Raider along with Barile and and let's just have him take we'll have him take Tabor. The 2 of them are simply going to fly to Deep Space Nine, walk off into the guest quarters. They can stop to draw a card. That's really good. And then end of turn, we once again draw 2 because we're also going to, before I forget, we will do espionage with resistance cell. Put this one here. That draws us 2. And then we simply draw 2 to end the turn. Alright, turn 3. So we have options, but we're going to do it this way. We're going to go Barile Antos for free as a Vedic to the Chamber of Ministers. We're going to card play a Bajoran Raider. So let's do the Kira, I don't know. Let's do Shandor with Vosh. That draws us a card. And then we have a resistance personnel that we can play for free. Yep. right. Cool. All right, we're going to stop those two to draw a card. We are going to do a espionage. Espionage draws us 2. So we're going to have the Bajoran Raider fly to here with Barial, and he's going to go to there. We are going to also have, we're also going to have Jalota Mar go with, and then we're going to have Tabor. We'll have Tabor stay behind, but then we're going to have Barial's going to take the first Bajoran Raider back. Yep. And then we got ourselves a group here. So on turn 3, we can just kind of make an attempt here because now our espionage is giving us access to Bajor. We're not really intending to solve it. We're just going to try to push through on it to see what we got for dilemmas here. Because we can't take enough people over to relocate settlers. So that's fine. We have downloads here as needed, but we will just go ahead and attempt. So what we're going to do, we're going to shuffle up a planet dilemma, and we will always start with a planet dilemma at planets. We will start with a space dilemma at space, and then based upon what we get, we can then choose to go out into these and pull specific dilemmas after it based upon what we see. So like if an obvious like combo-y dilemma comes out, we do that. If we don't, then we just keep doing random. So I'm just going to pull one out at random, and we get a Founder's Secret. And then we're always just going to do 3. We're going to do 3 at every mission. So since we have a Founder's Secret, we're just going to go ahead and just download the Starfleet Phaser Pistol. We have non-aligned here, so, you know, it works. So then, yeah, we check for Changeling, no. Interface Generator, no. Key, no. Tricorder, no. 4 drones, no. Breen, no. So we're on strength. So we've got 7, 14, 19, 22, 30, 35, 41, and then 43, 45, 47, 43, 45, 47, 49, 51, 53, 55, 57, 59, 61, 63. So it looks like we come up short unless we have the ability to do anything else. Maybe we can boost integrity with the download of an equipment card with Barial, but that's it. So we're just going to get stopped, and that'll go under. But now, since we see that, what we're going to do is we're going to assume it's a den of neuroparasites behind it. And then we will simply flip a coin to see if we're right or not. So, but anyway, so that's that. We'll have these 2 stop to draw a card. End of turn, we'll draw 3 now. And then we pass the turn. Turn 4, we can play a Kai for free. We can play a Resistance guy for free. We can either drop a Raider down with some people, or we can do the call for reinforcements to get a ship that can hold more people in it. But since we drew pink, we're going to drop a raider, and we're just going to drop pink, and we're going to drop yeah, let's just go ahead and drop Cassidy Yates. All right. Pank will just download his ship. And then we'll just figure out what we want to do here. So we're going to protect Bosch by not having her be in this group. We'll simply send in Furo. That's actually going to boost us by 2 plus 4. And then we're going to pull Rudolph Ransom out. No. We're going to pull Shandor out. And put in and then I think what we'll do is we're going to bring in Tabor, and we're simply going to send Cassidy over to be the partner, or sorry, send Shandor and Cassidy over to be the partners. And then we have 8, 15, 22, 29, 35, 40, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 68, 70, 72. And that gets us down to 7 people. So if it is a Deniven, it would target 4, we can save 1, so we might as well just send another person in for free then, basically. I mean, if that's the case, if that's the case, we'll send in Pink. We're just going to protect these 2 for right now. So they're in board there. So we'll reattempt, we'll flip, we'll beat it. We're going to flip a coin to see if it's a Deniven Neuroparasite. So odds are it's Deniven. Wow. I don't know why this is like this right now. Okay. Odds are it's a Deniven. Okay. Alright, odds are it's a Deniven. So we're going to go in, we're going to pull a Deniven out. So there's a Deniven Neuroparasites. We'll randomly select 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to lose both of our non-aligned, and we won't be able to staff our Sukhansa ship here, so we may want to protect Rudolph. Rudy's also the most skills, and I think probably the most relevant skills. Leadership, security, he would also provide another leadership if it ends up being friendly fire. So we're going to protect Rudy. We're going to let these 3 die. Now we're going to flip a coin to see whether or not it is a Planet Dilemma or if it is a friendly fire. So odds are it's a friendly fire. And it is a friendly fire. So we're going to pull friendly fire out. I don't know where it is. I probably went right past it. Nope, there it is. So we pull the friendly fire out. And then we beat it. because we have leadership, security, and leadership and security. So we beat that. But we don't have obsidian order ×2, and I don't think we have treachery ×4. We have treachery ×1. We have treachery ×2. We almost had treachery ×4 into computer skill. So, as far as computer skill is, we have 1. Well, we have 2 here. If we literally just find 2 more treachery, we can just solve. So that's pretty cool. We have it back here actually with Angela and Wynn, so we'll free play them next turn. So we don't solve, but the mission is clear. What we're going to do is we're going to just load everybody up onto the Sukhansa ship, command staff. We are going to just fly to here. The Sukhansa ship can't dock, but it's funny because it doesn't matter because we just beam them directly to wherever we want them to be. We are going to have Kaiopaka provide help here, and everybody else is just going to be on the ops, I think. Actually, they're going to just be in Quark Spar protecting. I don't have anybody that is a romantic partner because we lost Pharrell. Otherwise, Lupiso could have worked with Pharrell as a romantic partner. So that's unfortunate. So we'll just stop to draw 1. And then we will still have 2 resistance personnel in play. So we have to go into the Q's tent now and get this one. And that'll draw us 2 cards. And then we still have 1, 2 regular card draw for 3 more. And then we can going to the top. So that's actually going to get us Cisco. Because we have a command star present with another command star. Like all these people are at Quark Spar. So we get Gabriel Bell into play on the opponent's turn. So it's turn 4. We go to turn 5. We can play them for free as a Kai. We can play him for free as a resistance personnel to the Promenade Shops. That draws us a card. We're just going to immediately turn that into a modified draw with the guest quarters. We're going to send... We'll send Jadzia back. And we still have a card play yet. So we are just going to go ahead and card play another Bajoran Raider. And we're going to put... we're going to put... we'll just put Bashir and Odo on it. Right now we don't need their skill draw yet, or their skill gain yet. We can also play a Zeppelite Freighter for free. We drew a card when we played the Bajoran Raider as a card play. Alright, so we can simply fly back with the... that's a 9 range, that's 8 range, 4, 5, 6, yeah, it doesn't matter what ship we take. We'll take the Zeppelite Freighter because that's fun. Basically just with everybody. For no reason then other than just that I can. Keep things simple for right now. And then we would simply have double treachery, double computer skill, treachery, and where was that other treachery at? Oh yeah, on him as well. So these guys can solve alter records. We would then be able to beam up. We would just take the Zeppelite freighter and these Bajoran Raiders. We just beam people around just to do this. Leave one behind. We would come back, dock. We would then just simply do these shenanigans with time travel to make sure that Bashir and Gabriel Bell have both time traveled this turn. And then we would take the Sukatsa ship here. We have a lot of people in play. We already took a big hit from a Dedovan neuroparasite, so I don't know that we have to worry too much about a planet. So we'll just go here to relocate settlers, and we would just beam everybody down an attempt. Other than we'll keep people on board for a Jolly Chew. So we need transporter skill on board a staffed ship. So there's transporter skill and staffing. Probably just protect Morn. And for now, let's just simply protect Gelada Moore. And then we have anthropology in the away team. So we beam down and we attempt the planet. So we do the planet again. This time we'll do a planet dilemma to start, but then after that we'll do dual dilemmas. So the first planet dilemma we face is a shot in the back. I mean, obviously there's a lot of great targets here. They can't really remove our treachery, or well, they can remove our treachery here if they wanted to. This version doesn't have treachery, so I'm guessing that's what an opponent would probably do, because it's hard to say what else that they would be trying to set up, if they would even remember. They also may want to kill Vosh, because Vosh's dig is relevant. So let's say that they just kill Vosh then. So in response, she's going to dig. Where is it? Oh my gosh, I had dig. Dig was in here. I don't know what happened to my dig. I had dig in the deck. I swear I did. Maybe I didn't. That's strange. It's supposed to be in there. Never mind. Yeah, so when you check later on, dig will be in the Q's tent, and the assault vessel won't be. Or yeah, no, sorry, the Bajoran interceptor won't be. So yeah, we're just gonna. That was a mistake. I apologize, everybody. The Bajoran interceptor was not supposed to be there anymore. So let's just get rid of it. And we're supposed to have dig. Alright, so dig plays on her. What we're going to do is we're just going to simply place a discard beneath the discard pile beneath the draw deck. And then draw 2 because she's double archaeology. So we want to just simply get back. We'll just probably get back Pink. So he goes to the bottom of the deck. We draw 2. These go to the discard pile. And then we continue on. So now we're going to face a pair of dual dilemmas. First one's going to be Ferengi Infestation, which we definitely have. Since we have security, and the strength yet, or cunning, we have a lot of people, so we're not even going to count it out. And Eminian Disintegration Protocol, since it's a planet, it will kill security, right? One security with most dots is killed, and then I need 2 security or 6 universals. So, so has security, has security, has security. Gabriel Bell does not have it. Julian Bashir does not have it. Curzon Odo has it. So that's 5 skills, 5 skills, 5 skills, and 6 skills, so it has to be him. So he's going to respond with the download of any equipment cards, so we'll get Kukalaka, and then he will die, and then they will pass the dilemma. And we definitely have 2 security and treachery. Treachery and the 2 security that we used to pass the mission to the dilemma. So we solve this mission. And so we just need to do a 35-point space, or we can run to the Gamma Quadrant to do Chart Stellar Cluster. We have used, so the Zeppelite Freighter went 1, 5, 6, 7. It would not have enough range. The Sukansa ship has literally just gone 1, 2, 3, so it can go 4, 7. And we're just going to try to power bomb the space mission here. But yeah, we'll just do that. So now we're just going to do, we're going to do 3 space dilemmas. Because chances are an opponent will go space combo here that does not have Cytherians, and then a combo here. So first dilemma will be Ghost of Cyrus Ramsey. I know we have a transporter skill there. I don't think we have any others. He does not have medical, he has civilian. Okay, so we are going to need transporter skill or 3 medical classifications, so that will stop us. We know that we have a transporter skill on, we have 2 transporter skill, but it takes 3 people, right? 3 personnel, so double transporter skill doesn't matter. So we have Kieran O'Brien. She can time travel next turn and also gain transporter skills. So it'd be O'Brien with transporter skill, Kira with transporter skills. That would get us through. So that's just what we're going to plan to do on the next turn then. So end of turn, we just simply draw 1 card, and we have let the opponent have their turn. We go to our turn 6. We can play Rom for free to the bar. We can play Surmak Ren for free with Bajoran Resistance Cell. Since he's not downloading, he can play to the primary Turbo Lift. And then we can free play Jaro Essa to the Chamber of Ministers. And we can card play the Bajoran Raider with O'Brien and Kira on it. They can just simply take the Bajoran Raider to here. They do time travel shenanigans. Yeah, we will have the Sukansa ship fly back. We'll switch to the Zeppelite Freighter. We are going to be concerned about a Cytherians now. So we're just going to simply have Kira and O'Brien and Rudolph Ransom. And I suppose we'll bring the Sukansa ship along back so that we basically just have like 2 different crews here. 2 science nav. Science is not really a problem since we have science here and we have science here, so we just can't send him. And then astrophysics, physics, and navigation. Astrophysics, physics, and navigation. So these three solve the mission. So we're just going to have them and I suppose Morn stay behind on the Sukatsu ship, and then we will have everybody else attempt on board the Zeppelite freighter. So then we have transporter skill, transporter skill, transporter skill to beat this. Gone to Shockwave, or sorry, Subspace Shockwave. He has not that. She does not have that because it's not the right version. What do we need? Navigation personnel with cunning greater than 7. Doesn't have it, doesn't have it, doesn't have it, doesn't have it, doesn't have it. Doesn't have it, doesn't have it. Navigation and a 6. None of them have it. And if I just would have brought Morn along, we would have had it. Or Rom along, we would have had it. That's hilarious. Nobody's getting any cunning boosts. Because they're strength +2. Okay, so Subspace Shockwave will hit. It is an unless. So navigation personnel who has cunning greater than 7 present, so ship will be damaged and 2 people will be killed. Oops. So she dies. Bashir dies. Everybody stops. And then I'm pretty sure that they are still gonna. So then we just. We have 1 science. And we can gain navigation here, or science, astrophysics and physics. Yeah. Our mission solving team over here is kind of where we're locked in at for solving. But we do have physics back here. We have science back here. So we would be able to just gain the skill we need with Kieran O'Brien. So we can, based upon what we have back here, astrophysics, physics, science. We have a science, yeah. So we're not worried about not being able to solve next turn. So we are free to just go ahead and have our backup team of 4 randomly attempt just to see what the dilemma is. And it's, well, no. Opponent would never do that. Gom 2. Okay. So it is a Gom 2. We definitely don't have that with these people. I mean, we do have 2 diplomacy, so maybe we do. It'd be a question of whether or not we sent the Kukalaka with or not. But yeah. 8, 13, 20, 25. They would have had it if they had the Kukalaka. Which seems like it'd be unlikely that we would have thought to move it over. So we definitively win next turn. So, you know, I mean, if we just would have gone with everybody, if we just would have power bombed it, we would have gotten through and solved. We were playing for the Cytherians. That just kind of happens sometimes. I think in a lot of games you would encounter the Cytherians. So instead of Subspace Shockwave, it would have been Ghost of Cyrus Ramsey into Cytherians into something nasty, into something difficult. So, but yeah. Even this kind of like mildish version of a deck was still able to like legitimately threaten to try to win on turn 6. That's not terrible. So we do have essentially a proof of concept here that this deck is not terrible. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please like and subscribe. The deck list will be posted along with in the description for the video. And if you want to, give me your thoughts on it, I assume Patty's going to watch this video, and Patty's probably going to have thoughts on it. So if you do, Patty, feel free to give me your honest thoughts on it. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell so you continue to be notified if you haven't already. So you get to be notified if you aren't already of when I drop these videos. I am now, as you were finding out, in addition to the Friday videos, I am dropping the occasional commentary video here every so often now as well. That will especially occur once the newest set comes out, and so forth. So, all right, I hope you all enjoyed this video. May the profits be with you.